Today's episode is the start of a car ride in 3 parts, and the events took place in January of 2023 in a rented Benz in LA. I did not choose a Benz, I chose an economy car, and the people at the rental place just upgraded me to like a white SUV 2023 Benz. I don't know anything about cars, but it was pretty cool. I think I forget to mention that in the episode, so I wanted to do it here. You know, when some people venture into the unknown, they buy books or do a ton of research online. I, probably very unsurprisingly, rely on stories. These are the secret adventures of Black people, and I am your host, Nicole Hill. Okay.
I will try today, and if it's bad, I can do it better.
That's perfect. All right. So, where are you now?
Now I am a freelance podcaster, and I just released a podcast about slavery reparations in France.
I have my own show, but I also help other people make their own shows, and I'm participating in those amazing projects. So yeah, I think I'm at a good place. I don't know what else to say.
I'm currently a reluctant entrepreneur trying to survive, but I wish I was thriving.
That's probably too loud. Oh, baby. Okay. If I had TikTok, then I would say this would be a get ready with me video. Today I'm going to pitch one of my show ideas to a company. This is my first in-person pitch. Everything has had to be, virtual because I was out east, but now I am in the west, and it's all really happening. All right. So our first stop will be to print. I need to print out my pitch materials. I don't know how many people are going to be in this meeting. I know at least 2. Because LA is so whimsical, it's difficult for me to take anything that's happening seriously. Like I'm like, I'm going to become a writer. I'm going to pitch my writing to studios, and then I'm going to change my life. And then I get here and I get meetings with studios, and I live at the bottom of the Hollywood sign. Like, it's just not feeling very realistic. And so when I'm going around, I'm just I can feel myself acting like a cartoon character. And so then people kind of are like responding like cartoon characters. I don't know what's happening. Anyway, people are being very nice to me. Okie dokie, smoky. I'm gonna be honest. I think that it is important to have balance in your life. I have always thought that it was very important to have like a good balance and to be like feeding yourself mentally and spiritually and emotionally and physically and psychologically, all the things. All that said, like, everybody assumes I'm just so busy, so they're kind of leaving me alone. And so what that is allowing me to do is just wake up, sit down at my computer, and just start writing. And I'm writing all kinds of things. Let's see. This one-act play I think could be cool. The next season of The Secret Adventures, I might bring that back. I don't know what's happening. These like kind of fiction stories. Sometimes I look up and it's like 1:00 in the morning. Legit. I just can get lost in it, and I don't have a single interruption. And obviously I think it's important to have balance and to not sit at your computer all day long, and to go out, and to all those things are really, really important. And I'm sure that I'm sure that it's just like this month I'm doing it, and then next month I'll balance back out. But man, it's fun right now. I just feel like, honestly, I feel like a real writer, even though I'm not letting anybody read anything that I'm writing. Okay, and where have you been?
5 years ago, I was finishing my master's degree, and I was just like I was just like a researcher in journalism, and my friend just asked me like if I wanted to make a podcast with her, a science narrative podcast called 37 Graus in Brazil, and I said yes.
I grew up in like a small city, in like a really poor neighborhood, and I wanted to be a journalist. So it was difficult because I knew no one in the field, but I made my way up there, finally. Yeah.
And then where are you going?
Retirement. That's it. I cannot possibly tell you how excited I am about retirement. And I'm telling you, in the world that we're living right now, doing nothing is an absolute luxury. And I cannot wait to do absolutely nothing. I know everyone's like, oh my God, you retired, have nothing to do. I'm like, I cannot wait to have nothing to do.
All right, so something I've had a lot of help in preparing for these different pitch meetings, and something that an amazing woman in podcasting named Juleka Lantigua told me is that there is a difference between an opportunity and an offer. An offer is a chance to make somebody else's dream come true, to get hired onto their show and to produce it for them and watch their vision be turned into a reality. And an opportunity is a chance to make my dreams come true and be in a position where I could hire somebody else and they could help me turn my vision into a reality. And so, yes, we're going for opportunities. That's what we want. Okay, I have arrived at long last at this printing place. We never thought the day would come, but I believed it myself. I was parking. What are these signs? What does it mean? When can I park here? Mission accomplished. Now we head to the meeting. Way too early, but obviously that's better. Okay. Man, this writer's strike thing is everybody is talking about it and guessing whether or not they're gonna do it. And I'm in audio, but it does feel like some of the stuff I want to pitch is like fiction. So I feel like I'm not gonna be able to pitch if I'm doing audio fiction. I'm pretty sure. It just feels like, yeah, I don't exactly know. Things are not looking so great in podcasting right now. There are more layoffs. There's been a lot of layoffs. And I have my next gig lined up, but they have been a little bit like hold on, like we're gonna get back to you in a minute. We're gonna tell you more later. So, I don't know. It's probably fine, but it might not be fine. I should do some contingency planning. So if everything were to fall apart, right, this whole plan, I don't get my gig, whatever. There are other things I could do. Obviously, go back to business me and like do financial, like fundraising stuff, data management. I could, my first kind of job in podcasting, one of my first big jobs in podcasting was I was associate producer for The Truth, which is an audio fiction podcast, very Twilight Zone, very Black Mirror-esque, but comedic. And Jonathan Mitchell, the host, did have me do, you know what I mean, a little bit of voice acting.
I'm supposed to have him sign something. Do you know when he will be? It's really important.
Well, it kind of varies. He comes in on Fridays usually, so I can take a message and give it to him tomorrow.
No, it's too late.
So I could make a career of it, maybe not. What else could I do? What is my plan B? I don't know. I don't want to make a plan B. We're just gonna stick with plan A.